Well, our next guests blend country and soul to create a musical style all their own, and their latest single features the legendary Blind Boys of Alabama. Let's take a look.
Well, here with us with more glory. We're already having a good time.
Yeah.
All right, joining us to discuss their new album and singer are Phillip Romero and Ishmael Herring, and together they are William Pilgrim and the All Grows Up. Hey guys, welcome.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
All right, good to see y'all. That is hot.
Well.
All right.
Yeah, we're feeling all pumped up after that.
His arms are too short, so he won't be able
That's all
to
right.
reach
High
over and
five.
give you
Air five.
Yeah.
All right, okay, first you have to explain the name, because Shannon and I, we were trying to figure out who is William Pilgrim
So
and who's all grown up and who's not. What's going on here?
we're still trying to figure it out ourselves. When we started the project, we didn't think that we would actually go this far. So we kind of started the name as a joke. It's a mashup between a character from a Kurt Vonnegut novel and a line from Vince Vaughn from the movie Swingers. So we kind of mashed that together. We thought it was funny, and then it just kind of stuck.
Now you're stuck with it.
Now we're stuck with
Are you
it.
happy with your decision still?
We are, because you either remember it or you don't. It works.
It works.
Works for me.
Or your
Do you
new
ever
album
just
works.
want to be like Willie P or something like that?
You know what? Honestly, I got some hip hop friends who call me Will Pill.
Will
Pill.
I'm like, yo, Will Pill coming through, yo. And I'm like, all right.
I actually like that. That can be your alias.
Yeah. J-Lo, Will Pill.
Okay, it
Why
works.
not?
No booty.
No boots. No. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I have none.
Well, let's move on from that and talk about the album.
Okay.
It's
Right.
called Epic Endings.
Yes.
But why ending? I mean, you guys are just getting started.
It was kind of a nod to the song structure. We kind of start slow with songs and we kind of build them up into coming to an epic ending. But it's also a double meaning, meaning that what we're seeing out in the world, that there are a lot of issues that need to be dealt with. And what we're trying to do with our music is trying to start conversations in dealing with those issues. One of the main reasons we're here in New York today is for the People's Climate March. And so that's the dual meaning of the album title.
And now the Blind Boys of Alabama, what was that like? My goodness.
That was,
teaming up with them.
You know, that was momentous. You know, for a guy like me, they're about as close as I can get to the civil rights movement of back in the day, and just their demeanor, the way they carried themselves and what they have been through and what they have done. It's just awesome. We wrote a song for them. They came down to the studio and knocked it like out the park. And like halfway through the song, I'm trying to vocally compete with these guys, you know. It was just 5 of them. But they're awesome, and we got to work with them.
Wow.
And it is hot also.
Yeah.
But I have to break it down a little bit because you have called your music a mix of country-soaked Americana and late 60s soul. So how do you make these two sounds mold so seamlessly? It seems like they contrast each other.
They actually do, and we contrast each other. Our backgrounds are so dissimilar. What you see in the music.
In what ways?
Well, we had totally different upbringings and different stories. You know, issues past and where we intersect is kind of where our music starts. And that's kind of the contradiction, and that's what you actually hear in the music, and that's why you
Well, in
can
a
mix those
nutshell,
styles.
what's your background and what's his background, and how do they intersect?
Well, Ish, you go ahead and start.
Yeah.
My background is pretty much I'm an orphan from Kansas. I was homeless on the street for about 6 years, and then I went out searching for a music to make and producer, and this was the first guy that I was able to land, and now we got lightning in a bottle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. And I'm assuming you weren't homeless, is
No,
that correct?
I wasn't, but I was out there as a songwriter, as a musician, writing songs about social issues. And here this guy walks into my life, and he's the embodiment of, you know, all of these issues. And it just was a very powerful mix and a powerful connection between the two of us.
What did you make of each other initially?
Well, I didn't know he was homeless. We recorded our whole first album while he was still living on the street. But there are tells, obviously. So, but we connected on a much higher level of songwriting and playing. And even though, as you point out, it's a very dissimilar combination of musical styles. For whatever reason, it worked, and we recognized it right from the start.
Wow. Now, you mentioned some climate control earlier, and you like to be songwriters of social change. What other, things are you all trying to change through your music? What's close to your heart?
You know, we're also trying to raise awareness about homeless youth nationwide. At any given time, there are millions of homeless kids between the ages of 16 to 24. You don't hear their stories because you think of a homeless person, you think of like that older dude who already had his chance. But for one of our causes, we work with the Los Angeles Youth Network in Hollywood. So on a bi-weekly basis, we go in, we supply these kids with guitars, and we teach them how to write songs, and we just try to ignite that spark. And Phil here is just a living embodiment of service when it comes to making the world better. So
you're too kind.
That's a great thing to say about someone, a living embodiment of service.
I need to ride home.
You're like, now that I have a home, I need a ride home.
Do you guys go into writing music and say, okay, how are we going to make a difference with this song? Do you set out to do that from the beginning?
Well, much of Ish's experiences, we write what we know. So it just comes across. I don't know that we necessarily say, well, we're going to write a powerful song that says this, but just based on our experiences, it comes out. Ish mentioned the kids that we work with up in Hollywood. These are kids who don't have an outlet of expression, and they have very similar backgrounds to how Ish was brought up. So music is a very, very powerful medium, and we feel that we have a responsibility to use the voice that we have to speak to some of these issues, and that's what we do.
Did you find that music helped you cope with all that you were going through?
Yes, like 100%, a lot more than I thought it did. It's always been that place that I can retreat to. It's just like a tattoo. You can't take it away from me once I have it. And so we're trying to segue that to these kids that like saying it's not just about telling them they could go be a rock star, but we're telling them that things are possible. There is hope. You can look up to somebody you idolize and be like, you know what, I could do that.
Wow. Well, that's a great message to end on. Thank you so much for being
hope
here.
Alive.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
I am that somebody.
That's right. We all are somebody. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate your time. And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.